Alrighty, everyone. So, welcome to yet another m1lkcast League. I'm going to go ahead and accept this call from Kaiser Wilhelm, who will be
Sup?
duo. How's work?
Long,
Invigorating.
and mostly involved setting up games for League. So
Well, as long as you're getting paid, right?
I know,
Um,
seriously, I'm a
yeah,
professional league administrator. That's how I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
phrase that. Yeah,
Glorified data entry. No, I'm kidding. What I do is
I wish
glorified.
data entry is the calming part.
Yeah, man. It is pretty sad if you think about what 90% of the work of this is.
It is. It is a
Like,
lot of data entry. There's a lot of normal programming stuff. It's crazy,
yeah. Oh,
but
Jesus.
it's what's got to get done.
It's
It's what,
all worth it when you have that clutch Lulu shield on the
dude.
Pantheon.
That was
That was
so.
pretty absurd. For those of you who are joining us now, or maybe watching a VOD, I think I'm gonna call the VOD is called m1lkcast Tournament. No Penta denied, which is of
Oh, that
course
was so
a.
sad. I
It
wish
was sad.
if Ash had slightly different positioning, I think she would have
Yeah.
gotten the Penta.
I also wanted to. I was so harsh on that Morg, but I was so angry at her because every time I have a Morg on my team in solo queue, they do the same thing. Morg is not Cass. Morg is
That
not
was
Brand. She has to get into the thick of it, and she has to get there early to be effective. If you
that was
just wait
something
on the
that
wings,
I
ugh.
was watching with my coworkers at the thing. They're like, "Man, he's a little harsh sometimes, isn't he?" I'm like,
I was
"Sometimes."
furious because it's like it was like a personal, like it opened up personal problems for me. It's like, God. Anyway, I might have been a little bit harsh, but tough love. Morgana actually not being banned so far this game. Only 7 seconds left on the ban. Burnabus in chat saying, "Let's all build Ionic Spark." Anyway, enough about previous game. This is, of course, Team LiMA, which is I'm going to actually look at the m1lkcast info on the spreadsheet. Team Liga ng Mga Alamat, which is, of course, Tagalog, the language of the Philippines. I
Do
don't
we have
know
a
Tagalog.
translation on that yet?
I don't, and I'm afraid to keep saying it because it's like, what if it's horrendously offensive? And
Something
I've just
tells me
been.
our primary viewing block isn't Tagalog,
Although
or
if you
maybe that
if you
is.
saw the VOD, I think they send it to all the friends because all the comments are in Tagalog.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Anyway, we do see Ash being picked up first. Ash, of course, picked last game, got the quadra kill, and was 1v1ing the Yorick with her teammates waiting in the wings, which made me a little bit mad because it would have been
These are
the
some
first penta.
weird bands.
Yeah, they really are. Um, you know,
Ceramus and Scion.
it's like I love talking about everything other than picks and bans during bans, and it's like eventually it's going to stop when we actually have like a really serious game where it's like two teams who have been waiting to play, and it's like the bans are kind of relevant. But I always feel like these bans are just like neither of these teams know either of the other players on the other team. And it's just like, we'll ban Shaco because he gank strong, Rammus because this or that, Sion we don't want him roaming, and it's just solo queue. So we don't see more ban, but we also don't see her picked. We
Mm-hmm.
do see Mundo picked. Ash first picked for blue. In my opinion, you shouldn't really pick Ash because that just lets you know, like, oh, let's go for either something strong in lane
Mm-hmm.
or also an assassin who can get in on the face. So someone like an Aurelia, who's sort of like a tanky assassin who can survive um, the arrow to the face. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
with the built-in CC reduction, she doesn't get stunned for very long, and then she can just wreck the Ash. So a pick like Aurelia, very good against Ash. If you pick a
I'd like to
strong
see some
initiate,
off meta picks, something like a LeBlanc, where if they meet in the dark alley, that Ash is just gone.
yeah,
There are a lot of. I mean, Talon is kind of
Talon's
someone
great
that
pick.
we've actually seen a lot just as a counter mage mid because of that long little silence dash, and the rake can do a lot of good harass without the mage being able to really retaliate effectively. So anyway, Lulu getting picked up early. I love Lulu play. She's just one of my favorite characters right now.
Now, here's the question:
Hmm.
You're a support. You're an Ash.
Yeah.
Who would you rather have, Janna or Lulu?
Hmm. I
I think I'd
think
go for Janna 9 times out of 10.
I agree because Janna's shield gives the has the dual purpose of not only enhancing the auto attacks but enhancing the volley. So you get a lot of extra damage out of the Ashe using the Janna shield.
Although
And
Lulu, her
mhm.
shield provides AP, which is going to mean some sick burst on that
That
Ashe
isn't her
arrow.
shield. That's the speed boost. The speed boost is
Oh,
the
right,
AP
right, right,
fighting ability.
right. Yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah, which is
But
really
still,
great in lane if you're playing AP Lulu. You
yeah,
just you activate the speed boost on yourself. You hit him with your single target nuke, and then you hit him with your slow off of
yeah.
the nuke.
It's
So
also
much damage.
it's also very strong with someone like an Ezreal or a Corki who has decent AP ratios. Ashe, of course, only she has a 1-to-1 ratio on her ult, but
But
really that is
it
so meaningless.
it also it helps your AP carry. AP carry is not building Phantom Dancers, so they don't actually get that
Yep,
speed. So in order to get into position, sometimes they need
yep,
just a little bit of extra
yep,
speed.
yep,
You can like pop that on a Morgana in order for her to get into the middle of the fight and pop that ult.
yep.
It's a really great utility skill, and on top of that, it also acts as a really strong CC ability. Lulu is insane.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I think the reason I'd rather have
Jash,
Janna when I'm playing Ashe. Although Jash,
Jash,
I
John
like
Ash,
it. I like it. Next time I see a Janna
the
Ashe
Jash
combo, I'm
thing.
gonna say Jash. I'm not. I'm
Uh,
not gonna combine
or no,
Janna
you're gonna
and.
get us like
I'm not
really.
gonna combine Janna and Lulu, or else the Anti Defamation League is gonna be sending me a couple letters. I'll let you figure that one out. But no, because Janna has, of course, that huge knockback, and Ashe gets countered by people gap closers pretty much. So if a Janna can reset a gap closer off the Ashe, then she can just get back to kiting while that gap closer is on cooldown. Not the biggest fan of Mundo against Ashe. I'm really not. A good Ashe should be able to just kite that Mundo pretty effectively.
Well,
Really,
the thing about Mundo is that when you pop his ult and you have the Burning Agony down, the slow on the arrows doesn't last long enough, so you actually do eventually catch up.
yeah. And plus, if you land a cleaver, of course. But I mean,
Yeah.
Janna can just kind of sit in front of. We'll see how good this Janna is in the Ashe versus Mundo matchup because. Oh, sorry, this Lulu is. Because if she body blocks the cleavers, Ashe
Mm.
should be able to get a lot of damage down. Although I would love to see. Obviously, I was just talking about it. Randuin's. No one picks up Randuin's anymore. Everyone's all about the Frozen Heart, and Randuin's on Mundo is just going to stomp the effectiveness of Ashe. We do see. I believe Lulu is getting nerfed this patch. They're changing the knockback to a knock up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that hasn't happened yet.
No, and they're
Yeah,
also dropping the AP ratio on her Q,
I
which is
see.
the slow.
Yeah.
Probably
So
for the
we,
best.
yeah, probably for the best. That solo top Lulu, such a terror. We do see. Wait, I can hear myself. Can you move your mic away from your headset? Thank you.
It's pretty far.
Oh,
Wait, it must have had some distance. Anyway,
we do see
Akali.
Shyvana picked up. So it's going to be interesting. They do have a little bit of team fight reset potential, although Akali is a excellent pick, I would say. Solo top, solo mid, solo top. What is this Alistair pick? Is this a solo lane Alistair? Or is it going to be AP Janna mid?
Mm,
I
well,
want to see AP Janna. I really do.
I
I really want to see it.
maybe they read that post you made on Reddit.
The one that got downvoted.
Did that get downvoted in the end? I
I
was
think
reading
I
the thread.
honestly think that by this point, there's a 37-year-old man living in an apartment in New York City who just sits on Reddit all day, downvoting everything I write. Because I don't think I've had an upvoted comment in about a year. Anyway,
I'm so sorry.
I know I care so much about karma. I really do. We do see two smites. Are they trolling? Yep, there it is.
Yes.
AP Janna mid. I love it. Roam, push, protect your carries, protect your tanks, reset team fights, give about 1,000 health over the course of a fully channeled level 3 ulti, 600 burst health on shield on both champions and turrets. Impossible to push against AP Janna. I mean, she just has like in terms of why would you pick Rise? Why would you pick Cast? Damage, damage. Both of
Uh,
those picks, damage. Rise if you want a bit more tankiness, Cassiopeia if you want a bit more range. Why would you pick Janna? Is it damage? She does have some decent damage on W, especially if you max it in lane. She does have some decent damage if someone is foolish enough to walk into a tornado, which is generally a bit hard to hit since
I
it's
think
slow
the
moving.
reason people don't typically run things like Janna and Soraka mid, I mean, even though they are very strong in lane and have a lot of utility, it's sometimes like there's so many great damage ults on the traditionally played AP mids. Besides maybe Rise, and Rise is just Rise.
Hmm.
Like Morgana, and when Brand was popular, a lot of those guys, their ults do a significant portion of their damage.
Hmm.
Kennen is a great example.
Hmm.
Um, and because of that, their ultimate has a huge effect on just ending the fight quickly.
Yeah,
Whereas
but
um,
but I mean,
Janna's ult, like it allows you to reset the fight, and it
yeah,
definitely has a very large impact on the
yeah,
fight, but it doesn't kill anyone.
yeah.
And
But
a lot of the
okay,
time, it's fun to just be able to remove a target from the game.
yeah. So you find me a spell that does 1,000 damage,
Hmm.
right? In an AOE for all 5 people. You find me a spell that has 1,000 damage.
Well, does that have to be all five? Because
It has to be
APE,
all 5 because
APE will hit four.
Janna can kind of heal all 5. You know, so it's just like damage is nice, but I mean this is a game of relative strength, and other than CCing Janna to stop her ulti, if you get
Hmm.
that full cast off, it's like AOE team comps can just they're not all that effective. A Morgana ult is going to be nicely countered by a Janna ult, especially AP Janna with 5 points in her Zephyr, breaks through that black shield and then just pops ult, heals up her team, and knocks the Morg away. Um,
Hmm.
unless you have Johny's, of course, in which case, may God have mercy on your souls.
Hmm.
But still, no, I mean, I think people are too focused on damage, and especially damage to champs. Um, it's like Janna. You if you're losing as AP Janna, you
Hmm.
can pretty much just turtle and just kind of wave clear, and they still can't really push
Hmm.
and just never force them off your turret. And it's just I don't know, very strong kit, very very strong kit. So I can't wait to see. This is going to be team international on purple team against team LiMA.
Hmm.
Um, did you record who won last game, by the way?
I did. It
Like
is.
like
It should be
just
on the. Oh wait, did I record who won last game? Which game was that?
I'm gonna sneeze 1 second.
I don't. I don't. I didn't have their team list.
Excuse me. Anyway, that last
I
game.
know. I know it was the team that Bok Choy brought to the party.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I do have the
So
VOD up. We're gonna have to. I'm just gonna make a little note that we
it was.
should.
Well, you can just mark if you want to mark it down as like team. I think their name was like Bok Choy something.
Okay, this is
Um,
Team
and then
LiMA.
against Awesome Face is team whose
Okay,
name I think I recorded.
okay, cool.
So
Anyway, I just
if not,
have for now. I've just put down the uh, the what's it called? YouTube link. So just kind of
okay.
as a reminder that we have to go back and forth on it. Anyway,
Mm.
this is of course you do hear us discussing the very high level, very serious decisions we have to make on a daily basis
Oh
administering
yeah.
this league. Not a tournament, but a league. So
Mm.
by the way, for those who are just joining us, maybe don't know so much information about it, there's a post on Reddit. There's a link to the post on m1lkcast.com. But pretty much what it is it's a double round robin tournament. Every team plays every other team 2 times over the course of the next month or so, and then we are going to go ahead and have a single elimination tournament at
Mm.
the end of that, taken from the teams who are at the top of the board.
I'm just gonna cut it at 30 teams because we have so many.
We have so many teams, and each team has to play every other team.
I don't know if like I
But I
think
mean,
that
they don't
there
all have to play each other, but
as many as we can
ideally
get
they would,
done.
as many as we can get done.
I think that some teams are gonna have undoable time conflicts,
Mm-hmm.
and for those teams, we'll just null out those matchups. So there will be a little bit of bias towards teams who have played more, but it's the nature of the beast, and it's not the most serious tournament in the world. It's more for the ability to play in a
Yeah,
tournament,
it's
have
a
a good
it's
time,
a
and show off
it,
good games.
yeah, it's a gameplay driven tournament. Very
Yeah.
very clearly a gameplay driven tournament. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and see what is happening in level one. Neither team, I think, really going to want to invade, but we shall see. I'm going to go ahead and shut my blinds, by the way, because it's
Hmm.
so bright out.
It's always interesting. One of the first things I check and every time we load into game is which teams have clairvoyance,
Mhm.
because the spell has you know it's I'm not gonna say it's seen better days, but it's become kind of a decision whether or not you're gonna run it. If your support is very strong with it and really knows what they're doing with it, then it can be an incredibly useful, one of the most useful utility spells in the game.
Yeah.
But if you're not like 100% on your ability to use it and your ability to catch the enemy jungler, then a lot of times you'll be better served by just having a heal, or if you were considering not running flash, because if it's whatever's going to keep you safe in that situation.
It did get a direct nerf. By the way, I will cut you off if we have if we find these two teams seeing each other in the jungle. It did get nerfed, clairvoyance. I believe the range as well as the cooldown, right?
Yeah.
But also something people don't really realize. Oh, and it looks like Lulu's gonna get caught. Nice tornado, flash, headbutt, gonna be a kill for sure. There's first blood. Lots of summoners being burned though. An exhaust, a flash, two ignites.
Wow.
Anyway, at any rate, not only did it get the nerf in just the actual numbers. Nice leash from Janna, by the way. I love doing that. The tornado has a 5-second channel time, as well as a little bit of a travel time, so you can leash it like 7 seconds in advance and then just run away the lane. But not only did clairvoyance get nerfed in terms of numbers, it got nerfed indirectly when this new jungle came out, because jungle routes are a lot less static now. So you don't really know, for instance, this Shyvana at the enemy blue. In the old jungle, people would be like, okay, I'm gonna go now to my race. I'm gonna CD race.
From that Akali up top.
Yeah. Oh wow, very early
really
ward, right? But I mean, did pick up that assist, which generally I think a level one kill with an assist for everyone on the team gives everyone exactly 74 gold. I believe. Could be wrong on that. At any rate, it is enough, obviously, to pick up not only a fourth
Lulu taking a lot of damage down bot.
That Alistair, by the way, is going to be able to maybe get some WQs going. But it looks like he did blow his WQ.
Yeah.
His flash is down,
Mondo
so he's
just now almost seeing the Shyvana in his jungle, but he walks by his red, notices it's down, and goes for his golems. Shyvana getting picked up on that ward.
Yeah. Janna, by the way, a little bit weak early. But once she hits around level 5, she can just one-shot waves, and it's going to be so hard for this R8 to kill her through that shield. Does look like Mundo's getting in position. Gonna land a cleaver. Gets that slowdown. Very nice charm, actually. A little late on
good charm flash combo, actually.
Yeah. A little bit late on the tornado. I think would have certainly been a kill for Team LiMA.
You can use abilities during knockup. I didn't know that. So she would have still gotten the charm out.
I don't think that's true.
I read it on the LoL wiki.
Maybe it's lag related. I mean, I don't know.
I've seen Trist jump out of knockup before.
You can use summoner heals. Shyvana also doing a little bit of a gank. This is one of the good things about AP Janna. She is very, very, very safe in lane. She has, of course, that knockup and her slow, which is super, super, super easy to put down. Such a huge hitbox on that tornado. Now I can see only picking up 1 CS. I think she shouldn't be using her tornado now, which is only going to serve to push her wave. Although maybe if she just uses 2 per wave, it's not going to really deny her so much CS. But you can see a cannon minion just eating a lot of this CS. There she goes. She does pick up 3 CS that way. So by the way, Janna Tornado, obviously very high base damage on it. They want shut up because R8 certainly going to go down here. The Ignite is back up after that level 1 fight. And nice ganks. It does look like, down bot we also had Shyvana able to get a successful gank and kill on Alistair. Mundo just smiting away that blue wraith. 2 very, very fast clear times on these junglers. Shyvana and Mundo. Oh, actually, Mundo
the jungle a little bit.
However, his red buff was watching mid. Damn it, says Alistair. Shouldn't do that.
Well, we know that feeling.
I know that feel, especially as a caster. Yeah. But Mundo, yeah, not gonna want to fight Shyvana because he has blue, Shyvana has red. Red, obviously much better in terms of it has a slow component, it has true damage component, so you don't really want to fight someone with red if you've got blue as a jungler. Keep that in mind at all times when you're doing counter jungling. Say so next time we back off. Love the relationship between these two teams. There's a lot of very light-hearted banter between the two. That tornado almost hitting. Looks like this time around, I think another time we did see an AP Janna max her Zephyr, her W, and just use it off cooldown to really put down a lot of poke. However, obviously the way I play her at least is by maxing Howling Gale to get 100% of the CS. Looks like
Akali just got
Akali
Shyvana on her way top.
puts down the Shroud. Are we going to see any crazy jukes? She is only level 6. Lots of damage coming down from that that Mark of the Assassin. Lulu is around up top. I'm just going to check on the health down bottom. Lulu is low. There's a ward in this rush.
27 base AP for that Akali.
Yeah, I think Ignite is not up. I was thinking maybe, you know, if you have the point in the Alpha's Master, you get an extra 5%. Yeah. John is behind, by the way, with her ulti. Might want to knock Olaf away from turret, although he is level 6. Shyvana does go back. And channeling the tornado is going to land. No. Flash away. No, not going to do anything, though, because Olaf is, of course, not going to be CC'd. However, very nice job on that dive. Didn't really go ideally.
Here comes Ari.
Oh, wow, and Ari, very nicely played.
Oh!
So mobile.
Flash.
Gets a nice tornado. However, not going to be
and the Ignite.
Ignite able to pick it up. So nice tornado, nice flash. However, Ari is just so mobile, and I think might have wanted to just recall in that brush. However, let's have a little bit of a counter jungle going to be going down. By the way, another nice thing about Janna, very not reliant on blue.
They can't decide who really wants this
Akali
blue.
missing her crescent slash. A little bit funny there. Anyway, Janna, she has about 150 mana per wave, and especially if you build Doran's rings like this Janna is, she's just going to be able to use that. Oh, a nice turn going down on the Mundo. A little bit low, however, not do all that much damage, and he does, of course, have his ulti up in about 20 seconds. Jungle Mundo can just pop that ulti on cooldown to keep it full health and really just farm at any rate. So, we shall see. Around level 6, especially level 7 is really when you start being able to one-shot waves, and then what you want to do is just get one auto attack on each of those melee creeps. At her next level up, Janna is going to be able to one-shot those creep waves. One of the best pushes in the game. And then what she can do is really start to help out her team. Looks like she is going to get blue buff. I guess Mundo, as a manaless jungler, doesn't really need it. Anyway, we shall see.
Janna coming around down bot.
Oh yeah, a very nice Ash arrow. A great knock-up on Alistar. However, it's not going to be enough. Actually, it might be enough. He is only level 5, though. Probably going to go down here. Graves has his ulti, but doesn't have the damage. Mundo going to come in. There is the kill on Alistar. A little bit unfortunate for him to go in there when he was only level 5. I'm sure he would have survived if he was level 6. Also, maybe could have used his exhaust on the Shyvana to stop her from chasing at any rate. She did save the Graves, who's now going to get the CS under turret, so he did his job as a support. Keep the carry alive, keep him farmed, keep him happy, and you are doing your work. Graves not actually able to CS under turret by one-shotting the waves because he does only have boots.
Yeah, he hasn't backed yet.
He hasn't backed yet. Looks like he's going to stick around for this cannon wave. Probably the smart idea because he knows that his cooldowns are down on Ashe. Not a lot of kill potential if she doesn't have her ulti up. Janna, by the way, can also use her ulti for some great sustain because you're about 400 health. However, it looks like she might be saving it in case Ari goes in. Looks like Janna's not sending these tornadoes down the wave. And able to get caught out there. Almost certainly going to be a kill. Does she have her ulti? Forces Ari over the wall, in fact. Can Mundo get there in time? Ooh,
what?
Could be good.
Bad flash on that Ari.
Although, no, still going to be a kill, maybe. Oh, and then she'll keep her alive. What are you doing, Mundo? Go help her out. I think maybe very low on health, doesn't want to die. However, with that Zephyr up, just so speedy. And maybe gets the kill.
Oh!
Rylai. Janna just should have known. That is 10 minutes into the game. Don't worry, I got that timer. Janna should have known to run upwards, instead just able to get picked off by the very tip of that Q. Very nicely played from Riley to get that blind shot into the fog of war. Was no ward there, so it's all prediction. Losing that. Oh, and actually, wow!
Yeah, it's just going in.
So much burst damage. I mean, you know, at level 6, Akali is very scary. Gets back into the Shroud. A lot of damage coming off of Shyvana with that red buff and that twin bite and that burnout combined. However, I don't know. If you let an Ari get even a couple kills, she just becomes horrifying. And if I were Ashe right now, I'd plead. I'd get down on my hands and knees and say, Olaf, please don't give that that Akali any more kills in lane because I have no escapes and I am so squishy. So very good pick from KU. We shall see in team fights. I believe we have only seen Akali one time so far in an in-house game, and it was a the Akali did get shut down, but then was able to turn around. Nice dodge from Janna. The ulti from Ahri is not yet on cooldown.
Oh,
the exhaust goes down.
nice
Shyvana is around. Nice ulti from Janna. It looks like you are maybe a couple seconds ahead of me. That's going to be a kill. Very nicely done from Janna to monitor. So far away. Of course, especially early game, you can use. It's at 11:23 right now.
Same,
so this
same
is going to be.
Shyvana's in a lot of trouble in the jungle.
Yeah. Janna actually picking up that kill. No buffs though, being transferred. So. Good for Ahri in that note. Obviously, you never want to have your enemy laner getting kills. However, not having them get buffs is also, I guess, you're gonna have to settle for that, Ahri.
Mm-hmm.
So Janna right now at looks like only 59 CS compared to the 70.
Mundo getting picked up on that ward, but they are way pressed down bottom. Ashe flashing over. Good ult from Lulu, and the slow is gonna keep them safe.
Yep. So yeah, for a second I was a little bit concerned for Lulu. She did use that ulti on Ashe, however, she was the one who was closer to the enemy. However, they were not able to make anything out of it. Graves low on mana, Alistar low on mana, should just see things turn into a little bit of auto-attacking going down. Although Ashe does have her arrow up and the mana to use it, and we do see Ahri down bot. Where's the arrow, Ashe? She just used a volley. Very bad coordination there. Almost certainly would have been a kill. And she used a volley, and then that mana cost is 150. Lots of misplay from this Ashe, or not lots. I won't be too harsh. That is
some small misplays.
A little bit of misplay. A little bit of misplay. Although if you do it again, no, I'm kidding.
I still, he hasn't forgotten about that kick. So
yeah, I have a friend. You saw it. We've seen him in a couple of in-houses. Taiwan Terror. He literally still brings up me dying to blue buff when I wasn't even level 30 yet, and he was like a ranked everything, ranked player, whatever. And I died to blue buff as Nunu jungle after he got nerfed, and he was like, anytime I want to play Nunu, he's like, you remember that time you died to blue? You suck. And it hurts. Oh, Janna able to get the steal. Very nice.
Wow.
Ahri
missed her. What is the ability called? Her Orb of Deception on the blue buff. Able to hit Janna when she was blind, had no vision, but unable to get the blue buff that wasn't moving.
Yeah. So by the way, I just realized in terms of skins, we do see. Oh, actually, Janna gonna get caught out by Shyvana here. A nice ulti knocks the Shyvana back into turret range. Looks like she is gonna be able to make the way. Janna just so survivable. It of course uses that flash. I don't think she would have died. However, I guess she get taken too low. In terms of the skins, Amethyst Ashe is nice, very nice Ashe skin. Corporate Mundo, landing that Corporate Mundo, and another filing cabinet, briefcase being sent out. I love that skin. Taiwan Chat actually introduced it to me.
He throws filing cabinet. That's insane.
That would have been even better. Oh wow, a nice Lulu ulti. Ahri now feeling very confident to go back in there with that Lulu. Able to pick up.
Where did Olaf come from?
Yeah, exactly. And Ashe doesn't quite connect with anything. I think going for that Mundo. Not quite able to save the Shyvana and not really making any effect. Maybe I think red team does have the advantage now. Anyway, Corporate Mundo, very nice skin. Amethyst Ashe, Nurse Akali, of course, to support those in Japan after the earthquake. Lots of good stuff going out there last year. So that's just the little skin update, I guess. Obviously, I picked a very inopportune time to say because I was kind of saying like nothing's going on, and now even down bot we see so much. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Lulu. Come on, Lulu. Come on. Oh.
Were you saying about the?
She had picks on the guy. She should have been. If she'd been paying attention, she would have been able to pick up the kill.
Sorry, with what?
With her slow. Because when you have picks on it, the second aspect comes out of the it comes out of picks, right? So when you have picks on an enemy, you can actually launch the slow from the enemy, and you can launch it through the enemy. I pick up a lot of kills like that playing AP Lulu mid, where the person thinks they're away, and then you had nuked them earlier on in the fight, and it just hadn't.
Oh, I never actually understood that. I always thought it was like a graphical glitch. So what you're saying is help picks, which deals 130 plus 8 magic damage to an enemy target, and then follows them. When you cast Glitter Lance, picks.
It comes out of them.
It comes out of the Alistar. Would have been able to pick up the kill. I don't know. Was it on cooldown?
It comes out of the picks that follows the Alistar. It's actually a little bit tricky to aim.
Yeah, so one
But
of them
when
comes
somebody's
out
running
of the,
straight down lane,
yeah.
you literally just aim it past them, and it'll pick up the kill. It's wonderful. It's a great ability.
So can it do it from that range?
As long as Pix is still on the enemy.
Wow, and it was because they had
Yeah.
vision. Okay. No, I've never understood that.
Yeah, no, it's a great little part of playing her.
Yeah, it seems very complex, but interesting.
Shyvana.
Shyvana able to find Janna. Janna gets the tornado. One of the problems with AP Janna is that you have to channel that tornado to get the full damage off.
Shyvana popping that ult.
Feeling quite. Yeah, Shyvana escaping with ulti. Ari feeling quite confident to get the charm down on Mundo. Not gonna do a whole lot when he's level 10 with all this health. He has a significant amount of 51 HP to survive, and when he pops his ulti, he's gonna get even more. So, love by you though. Ari does have her ulti up, maybe just waiting for this ignite here, which is up soon. And looks like Janna's just gonna go do the whole Mordekaiser thing and get some CS. Mundo saying, "Hey, Mundo jungle." Sorry. I love Corporate Mundo. It is such a fantastic
It's one of my favorite skins.
Back
when Mundo used to be like the Twisted Tree Line player, I picked up the skin, and let me tell you, Twisted Tree Line, a lot of good times at that map.
Do you remember the movie Glenn Ross?
No, I do not.
It's
a lot of action going down bot lane.
Oh yeah, thank you. I should probably not be talking about American cinema of the 1980s. A ulti goes down on Lulu. Looks like she did use that ulti to kind of set up that earlier kill, so she can't really chase. So Mundo just barely surviving with that tick. I think the last tick of his ulti made him survive. Shyvana does have her what's it called? Exhaust up. Not quite able to use it. Janna is pushing down mid very hard. One of the strongest pushers in the game. She does have only a level 1 shield, which only gives 14 AD. At level 5, of course, 50 AD, which gives her a lot of ability to take down turrets with those physical attacks, at least early game.
Graves picked up a Bloodthirster. Ash actually decided to go the Wriggles. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, she went with the Wriggles Lantern.
Oh, sorry. Looks like lots of damage going down on Olaf, and Akali flashes away from turret, guaranteeing she won't die. I think she should know that there's no one here. Does want to ward it. Maybe could have waited on that ward. It looks like she's going to want to get the CS and then back off. Although maybe, who knows, maybe she will be sticking in lane for a while.
I mean, there's a very reasonable amount of sustain on Akali.
Yeah, it really is. She's popping those health pots too. So I don't know. If you're going back and you know you're going back, especially if you've just seen Shyvana bot, there's no real reason to put down that ward. Just
you see Alistair, who's decided to start roaming a little bit.
Yeah.
Looks like he wants to. He's just warding currently. I thought he might be
the combination of, by the way, Alistair and Janna, so many knockbacks.
So many knockbacks and knockups, and Lulu. Wait, no, the other team. We're just gonna see everyone flying around in this game, aren't
seriously. These team fights are gonna be nuts. They really are.
They are. We're gonna have a jumping all over the place.
Yep. Shyvana knockback, Janna knockback, knock up, Alistair knockback.
Olaf giving one single damn.
Yeah.
He's just
not giving anything.
Runs through everything.
Yep. I always love it, by the way, when an Olaf ults and an Alistair headbutts him. Because Olaf's like, and not a single fuck was given that day. Oh, whoops, we said we weren't going to be swearing on that.
I mean, if you want to turn on the mature content flag, we can swear into our hearts.
I think I might have actually done that the first day. Anyway, it looks like Janna might be able to find Shyvana here. Charges the tornado. Actually, Mundo finding a cleaver. Graves is here, Alistair's here, forced to flash away because they were actually
a big Ash arrow going on to that Alistair.
Yeah.
Lulu began
to kill. Janna! Wow, nice polymorph able to shut down that ulti. Oh, and the fail flash!
The second.
The fail flash from Libuyo. Yeah, Graves taking aggro from Dragon. Olaf is around. How is he getting here?
He's just running down. He doesn't have teleport. He has Ghost.
His Ghost is halfway off cooldown, so I don't know if it was used. Looks like this is going to be the first Dragon of the game that's in here. Purple team has a significant gold advantage, however, blue team able to equalize with that 2-0. Yeah.
We have Shyvana on the blue team, so that was some dragon on dragon action.
Ooh. You know, oh god. Shyvana's lore, when it came out, it was just like, oh cool, half dragon. And then it's like you heard her quote, and it's just like, my dad's a dragon. It's like, wait, does that mean, oh, sorry, once again missing. These casters, man.
I know.
Stop talking about...
But we don't miss First Blood.
Yeah, we don't miss First Blood. We don't follow any of the other kills for the rest of the game. Hey man, that's all on you. I'm just the guy
Whoa,
who
look at
does
all
the
those
analysis.
wards, dude.
Seriously, it is pretty insane. We do see red team just peppering the map. Alistair just going crazy, and I guess Janna, this is sort of one of her advantages. Very item independent. Sort of a strange build. Pick up an early Moonflare Spellblade for that tenacity, because she really wanted the Magic 10 from Sorcerer's Shoes. I don't really like Sorcerer's Shoes.
Good torso.
Although, yeah, good Zephyr. Akali, not quite able to get vision. However, they're going to get it soon. Ooh, very nice job from Ari. Really
Arrow just
maximizing.
flying through the middle of
Oh,
everything.
and it connects with Graves, actually.
Wonderful
That was
arrow. Anyway,
hilarious.
there was a fight going on at some point.
Yeah. But no, very
Lulu's
nicely
hiding in
done.
this bush.
Very nicely done
I'm
from
just
Ari.
gonna get picked up by this ward here. They know. They know, Lulu. They know.
Oh
No, not that way. You're running towards the Nikali, Lulu. Be careful.
Oh, the ulti actually going out, and the ghost going down. She has ghost in serving night. She's gonna get away.
Oh my god.
And the Janna able to pick up the kill. Drive by. But no, earlier on I was gonna say it was very nice for Ari. She did run over this wall and hop over. Instead of had she run to the left, she would have been picked up by this ward here, and then the Akali would have been able to use her ulti to gap close. And since she has a Hextech Gunblade, it'd be pretty difficult to get away from her.
However, with all that time that Red just spent bottom, it looks like Olaf's doing some pretty good work in that tower up top.
Yeah.
And
Not deciding to push it down, but is going to deny like an entire creep wave to the Akali. Is now there to pick up what is rightfully hers, the queen of top lane right now.
I mean,
170 CS compared to the 128 of Olaf. That is huge. 50 CS.
yeah, that is a 50 CS lead. That is absolutely nuts.
22 minutes into the game to have 181 CS on Akali, who's entirely melee and weakest in the early game. That is going to be a snowball champ, especially.
And
she has 3
Graves
kills.
is up 36 CS over the Ashe,
Yeah.
but Ashe has 2 kills,
huge
so.
lead on the solo lanes for red team. And of course, Janna, it doesn't really matter how much CS she gets because she is so utility heavy. m1lk just doing a good job to kind of clear out some of these wards. Should probably go check out this blue buff to see what's going on. They do spot blue team running away on that ward. Janna, with her level 5 Zephyr and Tornado, going to be quite scary. One thing I like to do, by the way, this is a little Got Milk original tips tricks section. Don't put 2 points into your ulti. It really increases the mana costs. And it doesn't provide, and it's cut down by ignite, whereas shield is on very low cooldown, very spammable. And oh, sorry, it looks like Graves has caught the Lulu. The cleaver connects, not even a cleaver, the briefcase connects. Lulu forcing to use her ulti on herself, does not have ghost up this time around. Kali is there. Olaf still up top. We'll see what red team is able to use this advantage for.
Looks like they're going to go push a tower down bottom while they do a little bit more clear mid, and m1lk just doing a little bit of counter jungling.
Yeah, taking down this bot turret will mean all 3 turrets are down. The gunblade goes down on Ari. m1lk is around. The Ashe Hour connects. Very nice. She was just right there though. Doesn't connect onto the Kali, which would have certainly been a kill. Forced the flash away actually, and a very nice Q. And this is it. Ashe has that perma going. Nice tornado. Janna does have ulti up, so this m1lk is certainly not going to die. Although she doesn't have any mana,
the Ari flash charm misses, so there will not be another kill. Olaf going all the way up to second tower up top.
This is really what blue team needs to kind of equalize that pressure that they're putting down. Janna picks up her Rabadon's death cap. Not so sure about this early Moonflare Spellblade. Janna actually doesn't benefit that well from Magic 10. I think she benefits a lot better from CDR because she has just so much utility. CDR does improve damage. It's something people don't really think about. It doesn't improve burst, but then again, Janna not the most burst.
Wow, Olaf able to push down 2 turrets, but m1lk's decided to do his golems. He doesn't think he can catch the Olaf, which is probably right, seeing as Olaf has ult.
Yep, and Ghost. Although, yeah, Ghost is up. And Flash, in fact, we're seeing a Flash.
And when you ult in Ghost, you can get exactly where you want to in a fight, can't you? Ignoring unit collision, you're just like, crazy. I'm gonna right-click their carry now.
Especially with the Shurelya's.
Oh god.
It's just absurd.
Terrifying.
You're like a Master Yi who can't be CC. Olaf is a beast. Janna actually gonna find Lulu. Doesn't use the Zephyr. Anyway, so I'm not thrilled. By the way, I'm not thrilled about the itemization on AP Janna. I love seeing her. However, Moonflare Spellblade, there's no reason that you can't just get Merc Treads on Janna. She doesn't really need the Magic Pen. I was meaning to say no one really has 30 MR on this team. Lulu has 36, so she's going to deal a lot of damage to her. However, Ari has the as the Merc treads, so she has 67 MR, so it's going to damage her. So by the way, in terms of the no damage concept, if you pick up either a DFG or a Lich Bane, you can actually do a significant amount of damage, and you just. It's true that AP Janna doesn't have as much damage as someone like a Brand or a Zerath, but she has so much utility, and we shall see. Look at her health right now with the shield.
Well, this is a really good like display of the power of utility.
Double ward going down, by the way, from both Shyvana and Olaf. I guess great minds think alike, and that double ward is just.
I have it on good authority. Is this Mistgunner? Mistgunner's team has a few players who are unable to use voice communication due to the lag it generates on their computers. So the amount of communication on their team is actually not that high, although they have played together a lot. So
I see. Yeah, apparently Zugzug108 is having some serious lag spikes. Filipino internet. That's all I'm gonna say.
I wonder what their internet service providers are called.
I should know this. I've spent a fair amount of time working in the Philippines.
Oh yeah.
For my job. I don't know though. No, actually, a lot of it is done over 3G. I don't know about gamers, but no, 3G and Manila was the first place I ever saw kind of 3.5G, 4G, LTE, whatever you want to call it. But no, the infrastructure there is actually quite good.
That's pretty cool.
When you leave Manila, the capital city, it does sort of fall down a little bit. Anyway,
Shyvana maybe caught out a little bit here.
Yeah, Mundo
and Janna in the area.
Akali is just going to be able to do so much damage. There's the Ash Arrow. It does tag Mundo, not really who you want it to tag. Shyvana forced to... Oh, Randuin's just barely missing. However, Alistair, very nice job of flashing in first and getting the head, the pulverize, able to maximize the amount of CC he deals there.
And this should be at least be a Baron here.
Yeah, certainly. Especially since Shyvana's down no smite. However, we shall see. Maybe going to be... And look at the ability to zone coming up from this Janna. As long as she doesn't catch a charm, she should be fine. With the damage coming out, Ari forced to use her ulti to get away. It is down to 6,000 health, 5,000 health. There's the DFG. Janna popping that ulti, getting back almost up to full health. Ola, now's the time, baby. You want to go in now. Down to 2k health, and a very nice charm. Very huge shield coming out. That is a Baron. Or purple. Very nice charm. I think blocking the headbutt combo.
Alistair hit
wow.
Off a
actually,
little bit.
No longer having that ulti is forced to use flash. Actually, Akali flashing in over the wall. Nice to see going to counter from Lulu. We'll see what she's able to do. Sorry, Alistair, a little bit of miss.
Wow, look at that Lulu fly.
Yeah, she just went way up. Janna getting caught out by this very angry Olaf. However, the tables may have just turned as Akali is there. That does go down. Gunblade does go down. There it is. Kill from Akali. She's bouncing all over the place right now. Of course, every time she gets a kill, she does reset that gap closer ulti. Shadow Dance. Mundo gonna maybe find Shyvana over the cleaver. It does hit a what are they called? Dogs. They hit the dogs.
The wolf.
The dogs.
They're wolves.
They're dogs.
Dogs wouldn't crit.
They're dogs. That is true. No, it's the we have the boss battle is blue. The dogs, the rude dudes, the stone bros, and I can't remember what the red is called. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. It's Hacky's Guide to Master Yi. Many popular phrases in the League of Legends community actually coming from that very funny video. So go ahead and check it out. Janna getting caught up top. Ari missing her charm, however, that Rylai slow is going to keep her down. It's the second time we've seen that Deathfire Grass being used at the end of a combo. We saw it on Graves earlier, and we did just see it on Janna. Obviously, Deathfire Grass deals current HP damage.
Misclick.
Misclick. So it does deal current HP damage, so you want to use it as early on in your combo as possible. I love DFG on Ari, however, when you have 9 penetration, actually zero penetration from Ari, I don't really know what she's running. She doesn't have any penetration in runes. Maybe she's going to go straight for Void Staff. Probably the best bet, because really you want some. No,
well, it's fine because the other team isn't building any magic resistance, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. But I don't know, she's really not going to be dealing a whole lot of damage to anyone, because even just 30 MR, what's the lowest MR right now? When Grace is 51, but when he gets his passive up, he's going to hit like 80. Maybe it's the Janna. So yeah, Grace has... Yeah, oh, okay, only 30. So if this Ari had built the Spell Pen boots and Spell Pen and Masteries, she could pretty much one-shot this Janna. But because she has about 30% reduced damage, it's not going to be all that effective. Red team a little split. Mundo finding Ari. Akali coming in behind. They have to be careful not to use too much CC. Alistar actually tanking that Ash Arrow. The Akali's going in though. They lost the AD carry, but they have that huge amount of assassin damage. Alistar does fall. Akali looks like she's a little bit timid, which I find a bit surprising.
But here comes Olaf.
It is a 4v2, though. Olaf is in the mix now. The slow... Oh, no Rylai's Crystal Scepter being picked up by someone named Rylai Crystal Ball. Look at that. And they're probably actually in a lot of trouble right now. We'll see how much damage she does, though. She does have...
There's no oracles currently. They didn't split up well, and even if they had...
Oh, wow, and actually finding this Ari, look how much damage that is. Doesn't even need the magic pen, and almost certainly going to be killed there. AP Janna really just getting caught out a fair number of times. The advantage of it is that with your slow, your knock up, and your knockback, you never get caught. But she is just letting Ari in. Ari, I think... I don't know. We'll see. She does scale decently into late game with mobility, however, she doesn't have as much damage as other threats. That DFG, though, scales so nicely into late game. I would love to see her pick up a Void Staff soon to really unlock the maximum amount of potential. Especially against a target like Akali, who right now has 160 MR and just takes down so much damage. There's the kill. Exhausted very late. Oh, actually takes a lot of damage from Ashe and Olaf. So much sustain from Akali. Able to really...
Meanwhile, the rest of Red Team just going to work on Blue.
Yeah. I think it was a bit of a
not only
mistake
save that Akali, but pick up 4 kills for it.
By the way, huge creep wave up top. Might see it take... Oh no, Janna is around. I think it was a mistake from Blue because the Ash Arrow just came off cooldown as everyone died. And they really just threw away that you know, that was a 4v5 that went 4 for 0 in favor of Red Team. And they're going to take an inhib turret for it, maybe even an inhib. Graves going back down bot to push. I don't know about that. I guess they just didn't need the help, so I guess actually it does make sense. Kind of splitting your resources effectively. Janna and Graves able to now push both lanes, and now they're going to have the choice of whether they want to go top or bot. Janna,
I think Baron's going to be spawning very
about
soon
a minute
too.
away, I want to say.
We're talking, so that just faded off of the Akali about a minute ago?
Yeah, so it's 2 minutes from the second it fades, so maybe about another minute left.
Yeah.
Does
Gotta
look
get
like...
better on those timers.
Yeah, we really do. Oh well. But no, we really don't, because I mean, if we say it, if we say 34 minutes 10 seconds or something when Baron drops, then that does give an advantage to the people listening. So I'm fine with it, just saying like, oh, you know, approximately a minute away, stuff that really they should know. Nothing precise. Blue buff being picked up by Graves. I guess he wants, maybe the cooldown reduction is very nice on his E. So he can pretty much just always be dashing around. Obviously.
I really like late game for the blue buff to end up on an AD carry because of the fact that they don't build any CDR innately in their kit, and a lot of times they do have abilities that you want to see multiple times in the same fight. So Corki especially, when you've got a Corki on your team, you definitely want that blue buff on Corki.
Corki and Ezreal, and to a lesser extent Graves, definitely scale very nicely with blue. I think just the Janna does have huge mana cost though, and if you want to use her Q to kind of siege down turrets and pushes, her ulti costs 300 mana. Effectively just changed. It used to be 350, so a slight buff to John there. Quality of life change, I guess Riot calls it. Anyway, yeah, so it looks like both teams are just kind of, you know, want to get as much farm and pushing in as possible before they go for Baron. Going over the items, we do see Akali just picked up a Lich Bane. Going to be horrifyingly scary in these team fights. Only 272 AP, but she does have a ton of utility from the Abyssal and from the Hextech Gunblade. Did only also not much spell penetration on anyone this time around. Of course, Akali has a sort of unique build for runes to get her double passives at level 1 or 2.
I just realized that this Lulu's building a Trinity Force.
Oh wow, tons of damage. No, sorry, lots of damage.
Gonna meet that Mundo though, and she's wearing that Oracles. This could be a little dangerous for this Lulu.
Yeah.
Mundo gonna back off though.
Yeah, although he does hear the cleaver hit the blue camp and might want to go for it. Janna doing a very good job of pushing bot. She does push very hard. Has picked up an Oracles, and it just looks like she's going to be putting down a lot of damage on this turret. Would like to see her pick up the Lich Bane. Has instead picked up the Will of the Ancients. Lots of damage coming down on the Shyvana. And looks like 3 people have headed bot to stop this push. Not good coordination from
No,
Lucian. They did
because
not
Baron
have
has
a
just
timer
come
on
up.
Baron. And that is going to be a uncontested Baron dropping down so fast with Akali and Graves. Very well done from them. Janna picking up a Will of the Ancient, so she's going to have even less damage. Oh, has to be careful. I don't know why they didn't just engage on this and remove the Baron. There we go. There's the engage. Come on, hit the charm. Missing the Ash Arrow. And Ari
Oh,
is
wow.
of course,
And Janna's so fast.
able to take the kill though and pushing pop. So actually, sorry, that is
trading
Lulu dying
one
just
death
off
for
screen. So it's a one
for a
one
Baron
fight
and
for
a tower so far.
Yep. This is almost. I want to say this is going to be GG because you have. Oh no, sorry. I thought that also Ash had died. She did not. I was wrong on that. Only a 4v4, and they do have their both 80 carries are up. So we shall see. The support is down for blue, but the AP carry is down for red. However, with that Baron buff, they're just so tanky. You have to keep them off the turrets.
Yep.
Mundo,
Just
with
like
that,
TSM
yeah. So
victory.
Mundo, by the way, did decide to pick up that rando ends, which I really like, as I was mentioning earlier. Alistair needs to pop his ulti, very, very late ulti. Might go
What was
down
Ari doing there?
So much damage down on Olaf though. Shamana getting kicked down very low. Also, and doesn't in fact die, as does Kali, and almost certainly going to be the kill from Ash. So much damage coming out of Graves. A nice job from Ari to get the charm down. However, it's not going to be enough. This is almost certainly going to be a GG coming out here. They have super minions attacking the Nexus turrets. Wow, Graves actually able to kill on Lulu with that Infinity Edge, Bloodthirster, and Mancer. Might need to go for the Nexus turret. Janna says, wait for me, doesn't want her team to win the game without her. Grace is just going to go ahead and take down these turrets. Doesn't want to get charmed. Oh, dodges charm nicely. Going to be a kill on Ari. Don't even need it at this point. Oh, no. Does get that regeneration from the next turret. And that is going to be GG. Very well played from Team International. Team LiMA, Filipino team in this tournament. Not quite able to pick up the win. However, very nicely played from them. I do question a little bit of the build choices, a little bit of the runes and masteries. The Ari, of course, not picking up any magic pen in either items or the ratios. I guess she does do true damage on Q, and true damage obviously doesn't benefit from her magic pen. But other than that, everything Ari has to offer, her Q, W, E, and R, plus Deathfire Grasp, all scale so nicely from spell pen, and she never picked up that void staff. Even the Ari, even the Akali had something like 140 MR in that last team fight. So crazy amounts of MR on the Akali. Would have liked to see a void staff being picked up, maybe instead of the Will of the Ancients, because I think if you hit Deathfire Grasp, E, Q, W, R onto just the Akali, take her out of the fight early, could have been a totally different story. By the way, very nice synergy between Janna and Akali, because Akali, obviously, super scary assassin. Janna puts like a 600 health shield onto her, and just so effective. And Akali really makes up for the burst magic damage that Janna doesn't have. Very interesting team kind of synergy there. I'd love to start running that in Fives. I really do like what Team International has done with their team comp. CC on both Alistair and Janna, able to peel for Graves if things go bad. If things are in their favor, Mundo and Akali kind of steamrolly. Mundo with the tankiness and sort of passive damage on his Burning Agony and Cleavers, and then Akali with the huge amounts of magic damage going off. So yeah, I mean, very nice balance of magic damage in the jungler pick and the solo top pick to kind of offset the lack of magic damage Janna has, and then able to use that utility to get the victory. Janna not really used to her full potential, did die a fair amount. Did have some very nice CS though, but I mean, just the Graves, the Mundo, the Akali, the Janna, the Alistair, everyone had a distinctive role. Alistair peeling for Graves, Mundo initiating fights, Akali dealing damage, Janna dealing a mix of damage and utility, and then Graves, of course, just Infinity Edge critting people in the face. So very stellar team comp coming out of the Team International purple team. And unfortunately, Zello did a very good job. Bot Ari did a decent job mid, able to shut down that AP Janna as well as you could possibly shut down an AP Janna. However, just a lot of trouble up solo top, and quite a fair amount of trouble in the jungle from counter jungle coming out of the hands of Mundo. At any rate, spectator mode soon to be released next patch. Should be 2 days away or something like that. It'd be great to get a little bit more post-game analysis here on m1lkcast. Once again, VODs will be posted at youtube.com/m1lkcast. This was a very interesting game. One of the closer games we've had recently. Very, very, very interesting to see both the team compositions and the actual play itself. So once again, GGWP, going to go ahead, cut the recording, get something to eat, and then move on to the next game. See you.